Hey YouTube, today I want to do a video called um, Implement Your Own Austerity Plan. Basically, it's something that I've been thinking about for a while, and I guess we've all seen what's going on in Europe, where basically the people are rejecting, electing governments which reject the austerity plan. Mainly Greece and Spain, but I'm sure other countries are going to follow suit. And I guess it shows what can be the downfall of democracy, that you know basically people just vote for their own self-interest. Nobody feels like it's their responsibility to pay the money back. That their country's borrowed and they all lived the good times. And now they feel like they just want it to continue, and they want to try and spend their way into prosperity, and it just doesn't work. I mean, it doesn't work for a country, and it doesn't work for a person. And I feel like I've said it for a while that a lot of people believe that we're going to have deflation, as the economy slows down, and we're going to go into a deflationary spiral. But it's just not true, because the governments, in order to avoid riots, are going to hyperinflate everything. It's easier for them just to print more and more money, to give more and more handouts. Take money away from the productive workers and savers and give it to the people who really don't produce anything, but who are threatening rioting and violence. And they're going to do that in order to maintain calm. And it's going to cause hyperinflation. You're going to wake up one day and you're going to need a wheelbarrow in order to full of money to buy a hamburger. It's just the way that it's going to go. I mean, and so basically you're going to have to take the responsibility yourself and be austere with yourself and your family. I mean, start saving. If you don't have any savings, I would recommend that you be able to have enough savings of food and basically everything you need for a year. That if you don't work for a year, that you could still survive, if that's possible. And I'd suggest you cut back in every way that you can. I mean, last night I cut my daughter's hair and my wife's hair. I've got a little book that explains how to do it. It's not that hard. That saves you a lot of money. If you can cut your own hair, if you can grow a little bit of your own food, you can cook your own food. You can work on barter. I would recommend that you work on trying to barter for your work for other people's work. Think about it. If you can trade, say a plumber comes over to your house and he's going to charge you $200 plus taxes, on his income, and then you can trade him your work. Neither of you has to pay income tax, right? I mean, you're trading work for free, right? Like I would do you a favor, and you do me a favor. I don't see anything wrong with that, and you're saving a lot in that sense. You're both saving, And what could be even better is if maybe you can work out something where you can pay people back in hyperinflated currency. Like, you could be paying them back through time, and as things, as the currency becomes less and less, like you receive something immediately, and you pay them back little by little. Say, for example, you own a restaurant. You need advertising. You tell the advertiser, I want the advertising right now, but you can come in and, you can eat at my restaurant X amount of times, like you've got a tab here for $1,000. Over time, you're going to be paying them back, and it's less and less and less. And also, the food doesn't really cost you that much, So think about it. That's a very good way of saving money, through the barter system. Anyways, you just have to take things into your own hands at this time. Also, I'd recommend that you don't concentrate on making too much money. Making too much money is just going to make you a target for the taxman. I would say concentrate more on spending less. A penny saved is a penny earned. And I'd also recommend that if you can find side jobs and stick to the underground economy, and gain real skills that that are barterable, that's going to be better than any kind of mainstream work, especially in the future. Cut as many services as you can. Cut your cable, cut your telephone if you don't need it, cut your car. You know, your car is a huge expense. If you can get by with using a bicycle or with using public transportation, you're going to be much better off. You know, you need to don't worry about status and prestige. You know, the status and prestige that you'll need in the future is just to have food and to have a roof over your head. You know, stop chasing after baubles and trinkets. You know, because it's just we're gonna come into a time where it's just the essentials. You can save money on healthcare insurance by just taking care of yourself, exercising your body, eating healthy, wholesome food, which will also help you save money on food bills by just eating bulk food, bulk grains. You know, cooking yourself, staying away from restaurants, staying away from fast food. It's gonna save you money. One, in your food bills, and two, in your health bills. Try and shop at thrift stores for your clothing. You know, and just get ready, because you know what's happening in Europe and what we're seeing, it's just the warm up, and the main event is going to be when it comes to America, and it's not going to be long. You know, because America has a very similar economy and a very similar situation to Greece and Spain, just on a much larger scale. And I don't know if you've been watching the news, but J.P. Morgan just announced that they lost $2 billion in a trade, and that's just the beginning. That can easily escalate to 10 to 20 billion. And it reminds me a lot of 2008. When you know, Lehman and Bear Stearns and all that started happening. It's a similar kind of events are happening in the market right now, and you know, it's really time to financially get ready and get ready for a time of austerity. Start getting used to that and start disciplining. So just to sum everything up, I'd say if you listen to the government and the mainstream media, you're going to be in trouble. You need to get out of debt, go underground, and be logical with your finances. Thanks for watching.